Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be talking about the concerning ensembles and a main model showing a couple tropical systems and even one of them being now marked by the National Hurricane Center. So without further ado, let's get started. So we have this tropical wave that I mentioned, of course, in yesterday's video, coming off the coast of Africa. It's moving west-northwestward at 15 to 20 miles an hour across the eastern and central tropical Atlantic, and has a near 0% chance of forming through next 48 hours, and through the next 7 days, a 20% chance of forming. And then, of course, we have stuff in the eastern Pacific that we won't talk about in this video. So, start with GFS. Oops, nope. And we're going to go to the western Atlantic, where we do see a tropical storm kind of to form in the next 4 days. So this is the same tropical system that was from around 5 days ago, and it started showing it again in a couple of the runs. This is not it started showing it last night again. So it shows it becoming a weak hurricane or a tropical, or probably still just a tropical storm. But a tropical system, of course, is a tropical system. It can cause damage. So yeah, shows making it around a moderate tropical storm landfall on Cuba, and then moving up and hitting Florida as a tropical storm as well. So that could bring tropical storm conditions to Cuba and Florida if this happens. And depending on the model consistency, we could eventually see this being marked by the National Hurricane Center. And then it goes up towards the Atlantic, the mid-Atlantic and northeast, to where if it is still tropical, we could see tropical storm conditions for them as well. And then it kind of shows the tropical wave. You can kind of see it trekking across the Atlantic right here towards the Leeward Islands, but we'll have to see. In ECMWF, if we look, they are kind of showing it becoming a tropical storm and then weakening past the Leeward Islands. And then ICON is showing it being in the MDR as a tropical storm. NavGem does not really show anything at the moment, but it's not really going. Well, you can clearly see it's a low, but it's not really showing it, say, forming yet. And it kind of shows the low the GFS is showing for the hurricane that could hit Florida. And if we look at the ocean analysis for the North Atlantic, we clearly do see that waters are favorable for tropical development, especially in the Gulf and near the Bahamas. Any systems that go through the Bahamas area, Gulf Stream, anywhere around Florida, the Gulf Loop, you can see that could cause rapid strengthening. But, of course, we'll have to see. Now let's go to the ensembles. So, of course, we do see the ensemble showing a tropical storm. Some show a hurricane hitting Florida. Either way, tropical storm conditions will be possible. Then it goes up at the East Coast. And then we show a couple showing that tropical wave forming. And these last two here are not related to any current tropical low. But, well, except this one. So the one off the coast of the Carolinas, or Florida there, near the Bahamas. That's the only one that related. That last one just there, that you just saw, that is not related to the current tropical wave. So we clearly do see that tropical ensembles are consistent on something hitting the Leeward Islands or Florida. They're kind of consistent on that, saying the GFS shows and the GEFS ensembles and the MDR tropical wave. And now we're going to go to the full tropical Atlantic. So we definitely do see how some ensembles show it actually going up towards Canada, the Carolinas, North Carolina. So that could be a worry for these coasts as well. And then we, of course, have that tropical wave there. The ensemble showing a tropical wave. And if we go to EPS cyclones, we can clearly see how they don't really well, one of them shows kind of that low the GFS is showing there, right there, but much later, and it hits the Florida Panhandle. But you can clearly see that the ensembles multiple are showing some type of tropical storm there. So whoever gets hit by that potential tropical wave would probably get tropical storm conditions if somewhere gets hit, say the Leeward Islands or Puerto Rico, or it could go out to sea. But then again, either way, we're likely still going to see a tropical storm based on multiple ensembles, whether it hits land or not. But it could be concerning if it goes toward land, because it could go into warm waters. Same with that potential GFS system hitting Florida that was shown a couple days ago, and you saw my previous videos, and now it's back, and that's why it's concerning. And if we go back to GEFS here, and we go to cyclone locations. We're just going to go max. We do see multiple ensembles showing that tropical wave and the potential Florida system. And if we go to the SpaghettiOs, which is what the parameter is actually called, and we go to EPS, we do see multiple showing 989, 90s, and millibars, so a tropical storm potentially. And those are those blue circles. So that's why this is concerning, because this tropical wave and the potential GFS and GEFS system in the ensembles is getting more consistent. So we'll really have to watch out for that, especially if it hits land. And that's why the threat is continuing to rise. And finally, we go to special charts. We're going to go to Cyclone Maps, ECMWF. We do see they're showing that 1,012 millibar across the MDR. EFS is showing that tropical storm and the low across the MDR. KMA, not really showing anything. UCMET, not showing anything this run. Environmental Canada, neither. They are not showing anything, but those are not major models. Well, actually, the Environmental Canada is kind of showing that a GFS low becoming potentially a little something for Florida, but nothing major. But still, the threat is increasing, and we'll have to watch both of these lows. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Please leave any comments if you haven't. If you have any questions, please go watch my previous tropical updates for more information. And anyway, guys, I'll see you guys in the next video. Goodbye.